Imagine you're working on a small Unity project, maybe a menu, a few images, and some audio clips you'd like to localize.
Dare to fight by my side.
With Backbone Localization, you can make all of that multilingual in minutes, directly from the inspector, without writing a single line of code. Let's start by installing the asset and creating the localization configuration. This is something you only need to do once per project. Go to the project folder Backbone, Localization, Resources, where you will find the localization config file. This is the configuration file where you can define the languages included in your project. You can add as many languages as you need, but for this example, we'll just use English and Spanish. The next step is to add a localization manager to the scene. Create an empty game object and add the localization manager component to it. All set! Time to bring multilingual magic to every part of your game. Let's start with the menu elements. These are all standard Unity UI text components, so we'll need to add a localized text component to each one. You'll see that each localized text component lets you specify the text for each language. Just go ahead and fill them in with their corresponding translations. Remember that you can add or remove languages at any time in the localization config component. These changes will be reflected across all the localization components you've created. For now, we'll stick with English and Spanish, as planned. Let's do the same with the images and audio clips we want to localize. Just add the corresponding localization component and assign the appropriate values for each language. As you'll see, there are localization components for text, TextMeshPro, Sprite Renderer, Raw Image, Materials, Images, and Audio. Simply choose the one that fits your use case. Once you're done, all that's left is to call Set Language on the Localization Manager wherever you set the language in your game. And the results will update automatically.
Dare to fight by my side.
Atrévete a luchar a mi lado.
That's it. Simple and fast. Perfect for localizing small projects. And if you're working on something bigger, check out the next video where we'll show you how to use key-based lists, import and export translations from Excel, and organize your localization into as many sections as you need.